Hello everyone, we are here at ThunderGun Steakhouse in Johannesburg. I've got Tabani here who is one of the waiters here. We're going to just do a little bit of a walkthrough through the whole restaurant and just give you all an idea of why this place is so special and just pretty much a good look at the layout of the restaurant. Alright, come through guys.
This is your pub. Alright, this is the bar. We've had Jaggy work here for 43, 44 years. One of the barmen just that left like 2 years back. So yeah, it's got a lot of history. It's been here for a while.
For me, this place is steeped in history. You know, there's from newspaper articles of guys that have been here for like 42 odd years. There's people that have been sitting in this bar here, which I think have been sitting like here for the last 42 years, probably haven't even left. But for me, this is what makes a bar, you know, it's the stories, the history. You can kind of, I don't know how to describe the feeling. You almost, I'm expecting like cowboys and Indians to come walking through here at any minute. It's an incredible feeling, and I think the fact that they've kept the original sort of furniture and the colours just adds to that. You know, they haven't sort of tried to modernize it and make it fancy. It's the original look that they've had for the last like 50, 60 years. I think that's what makes it special. I think the fact also that some of the staff have been here, I think speaking to some guys, there's been people, like I said, the guy in the newspaper 41 years, there's another guy that's been here for over 10 years, another guy that's been here for 15, 20 years. So that also tells a story to you, you know, like coming from the lodge industry, we always say that if your staff stay for long, you're doing something right, you know, you look after your staff. And I think through this whole pandemic, through lockdown, restaurants being closed, that this is still able to run after the amount of years that they've been going for and they're still going strong. I think that speaks volumes of not only the quality that they produce, but the kind of people that are involved and the sort of unity that they have within the entire team.
Alright, plenty of seating. This is the oldest section in the shop. It's been here since the shop started. Right here, there's from the history of the shop. This used to be a passage. This used to be two different shops. Right? This used to be the original shop, and this was carried on as time went on. So yeah, been here since 1968.
A bit of a behind the scenes look to what makes this place so great.
So if you come here on Friday to Monday, this is the buffet section, right? There's a wide variety of meat. There's beef, pork and lamb, some veggies. This is what you come for on a weekend. This is your Sunday buffet. This is your Sunday meal. On a Sunday we full chock-a-block just because of these things.
This is where all the magic happens.
This is where all the magic happens. When you come for the ribs, this is the section where your ribs come through. That's a Portuguese sauce. We introduced it like 3-4 years back. It's new on our menu, but it's selling quite well. It's selling quite well. Awesome. So this is where all the magic happens. This is our kitchen here, and as you can see, our chefs are ready to the job. So, yeah. That's you guys. Just holler when you need something.
Alright. Okay.
Alright, cool.
So thanks to Bonnie so much. That was just a quick, brief glimpse as to what makes this place absolutely incredible. We're going to take a seat and get stuck into some food.
So the restaurant opened in 1968. It was opened by a gentleman called Carlo Tullivi and Jimmy Cominos. Then between the two of them, they then sold the restaurant to a gentleman called Costa Cominos. In 1968, we've got the original advert in the background, we'll show it to you later. They opened it, they had an advert down where the Moth Camp is in Fairlands, and they had to do 600 Rand a month to make the restaurant break even. They were two engineering students from the university, and they set up the restaurant. And they were, when they set it up originally, they increased the prices by 5 cents. And people complained. Okay, it was massive outcry. Everyone went mad. You put up the prices, you can't do that sort of thing. But as the advert went out in Fairlands, what they did is they said they made so much money that they'd never had this much money. They made like 60 Rand a day. They didn't know what to do with themselves. They made so much money, right? So it was quite frightening. Yeah. Then they sold it to Costa. Costa was the guy who sort of made the restaurant famous. He was the one who was here for 20 years. He's the one that everybody still remembers. They remember his wife's fried baby marrow salad. I had a gentleman phone me from America one day to ask me, did I still have the recipe for the baby marrow salad? And I didn't, but that's how long the restaurant has been here. So.
Let's talk about the COVID-19 pandemic and the impact it had on the restaurant. And are you guys in a safe space as it is now?
We actually were very lucky. I think because we've been here so many years and we've got such a loyal customer base, a lot of the customers supported us even during the takeaway sections where we couldn't do liquor, specifically during the takeaway sections, because that was our biggest changeover of dynamic. We'd never done a takeaway. We do takeaways, but it's not our business, if that makes sense. So when the COVID happened, we just won Best Ribs in Joburg. We literally had, we'd won it about a week in February last year, and then they closed us down in that early March, you know. So we got all this amazing sort of coverage, and then bang, everything closed. It was terrible. Yeah. I mean, we did a 40% increase in the last week in February by winning Best Ribs in Joburg. The only thing that we did notice was COVID was obviously very bad. Those 2 months we were closed. To run a restaurant costs R500,000 Rand plus. You know, this little restaurant employs 50 people. So you think if there's 50 people on salary, there's wages, rent is 70,000, you've got gas at 35,000, electricity is now 70,000. So those are your big overheads, and that's what people don't understand in a restaurant. The business next door to me only has 2 people employed, and it's the same size coverage, if that makes sense, you know. So COVID was really bad, especially the March and the April and the May where we were closed completely. But we have to say our client base supported us incredibly well. A couple of the Fridays we didn't do as well as we should have on takeaways because we'd never done it before. We didn't know how to time things, we didn't know how to get it right. But in honesty, our client supported us fantastically well. Our biggest line item is ribs. On an average, we do about 10,500 meals a month. Of those 10,500 meals, 3,300 of those meals are ribs. 1,200 is carvery, 1,600 is burgers, and the rest is sort of steaks and chicken and the leftovers. We do about 4 tons a month. We buy about a ton of ribs a week. We get from 2 different suppliers because we can't get enough in the country from our main supplier. Other than that, ribs is our main line. Yeah.
I got all the rooms.
Mike, how's it going there?
I'm eating really quick so I don't fill up quick. So it's going amazing.
How's the ribs?
It's delightful.
Alright guys, so we're sitting here with Tabani, one of the senior waiters here at ThunderGun Steakhouse in Johannesburg. Tabani, tell us a bit more about yourself. How long have you been here? Go for it.
Alright, it's funny if you say senior. I'm considered a junior if we look at how long the guys have been here. We've got Eddie. Eddie has been here for 44 years this year.
Wow, so all the years.
So I'm considered a junior if you look at how long the guys have been here. Okay. Funny enough, I've been here for almost 15 years now. But I'm still considered a junior considering how long the other guys have worked here.
Yeah, that's quite impressive.
Yeah.
And what would you say, seeing that you've been here for 15 years and you've mentioned some of the guys like Eddie have been here for over 40 years, what would you say is the reason that guys like you love working here so much?
I believe it's the freedom of working. We make our own choices as we go. So the manager is not always on top of it. They allow us as adults to work and decide as we go as the client that you're serving. So it's not a set of rules as to how you have to work, but it's you decide as you go. You make your own adult decision as you go. You get people coming all the way from. I served the guy that came from Limpopo the other day, definitely coming for the ribs, nothing else.
The whole way from Limpopo just for ribs?
Just for the ribs. So it means our brand has grown throughout the whole of South Africa.
That's awesome. And we really do. We hope we can encourage people to come and try the ribs here, because, and not only the ribs, just the service is great. Everything's amazing.
Guys, so this is my third time at ThunderGun, and once again it hasn't disappointed. I think from the atmosphere, the food, the welcoming staff, everything has been amazing. And if you're in the Joburg area, definitely come and give this a visit. It is the best ribs that you can possibly have in Johannesburg. You won't be disappointed.
Truly incredible experience. And what's really nice about this place that you've seen in the video is that it's still got that classic South African pub feel to it, and it's very, very homely and warm. And yeah, just a truly incredible experience to be here again. It's my second time here, and I'll definitely be back.
They always say don't judge a book by its cover. Driving into ThunderGun along Beyers-Naudé, you wouldn't really expect much. It's a little place that's hidden in a corner, in a built-up little area. Walking into the doors, you get this warm, homely kind of welcome from their staff, from their waiters. And from the moment you sit down at the table, look through the menu, you're instantly impressed. Their service is great, their food is absolutely incredible. I'm actually struggling at the moment because I've just eaten a kilogram of ribs. And as everyone is like mocking me here, saying that I'm not a ThunderGun virgin anymore, these ribs really do live up to their standards. It's absolutely incredible, and I would recommend, if you are in Johannesburg, get yourself to ThunderGun. It's definitely worth it.
So guys, I heard the guys talking in the office about going to ThunderGun, and I always wanted to join, so here I am. It was absolutely amazing. I'll definitely be back for more, but no, I didn't manage to finish a kilogram of ribs, but I put my best effort in.
Okay, yeah, so having ribs here at ThunderGun and sitting here having a meal brought back a lot of memories for me as a child. Because this is the region where I grew up. It was so nice sitting here, such a nice restaurant, still going strong during these times especially. And yeah, it's just it was it's a memorable place. That's all I can say.
This was not my first time at ThunderGun. We have been coming here ever since I was a child, so over 35 years now, and not my first ribs either, but I cannot finish 1 kilogram. So I have breakfast and lunch.
I mean, having spoken to the owner and the staff, there is something special about it. They say that the whole is bigger than the sum of the parts. That's the case here. Any place can put ribs up like this. Any place can have a nice vibe. But there's something special about this place. Having been able to share this with the guys and a couple of laughs and to document this for you guys has been amazing. So if you're ever in Johannesburg and you want to join us for lunch, or you want to take us for lunch, or you want to just go for lunch, check out ThunderGun in Johannesburg. It is magnificent. It really is. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel. If you have any suggestions for Why TV, please leave your comments below. Thank you for watching.
I ain't playing no game. I put the fuel to the flame.